Hello and warm welcome to all of you again. I am here with the class 10th SS with the chapter number 3, Nationalism in India. In the previous lecture, we already discussed about meaning of nationalism, impact of First World War on India, and number 3, the idea of Satyagraha. Dear students, today in this lecture, I would like to repeat the idea of Satyagraha. Gandhiji returned to India in 1915 from South Africa after successful fight against racial discrimination. Gandhiji wanted to start a novel matter against Britisher in the form of Satyagraha. Now, what do you mean by this Satyagraha? Satya means truth. Agraha means to insist. So the meaning of Satyagraha is insisting people for the truth. Satyagraha is a novel way of fighting against colonial rule in India. It was started by Mr. Gandhi. It is non-aggressive, peaceful, mass agitation against oppressive system and against injustice without using physical force. It is a non-aggressive, peaceful, mass agitation against oppression and injustice without using physical force. There are two main weapons of this Satyagraha. Number one is non-violence. Non-violence means without using physical force. And number two, truth. So Gandhiji gave these two ideas to the people of India to fight against Britisher, and that is called Satyagraha. In the previous lecture, we discussed 3 successful Satyagraha was organized by Mr. Gandhi after returning from South Africa. Number 1 is Champaran Satyagraha, Champaran located in Bihar. Champaran Satyagraha was organized by Mr. Gandhi in 1916 against oppressive plantation system. Number 1 Satyagraha, it was organized by Mr. Gandhi in Champaran, Bihar against oppressive plantation system in the year 1960. Number 2, Khera Satyagraha in the Khera district of Gujarat for the peasants with the demand in relaxation from revenue. Second successful Satyagraha was organized by Mr. Gandhi for the peasants of Khera district of Gujarat in the year 1917 with the demand of relaxation in revenue. And the third Satyagraha was organized by Mr. Gandhi in 1918 for cotton mill workers of Ahmedabad to support the demand for better wages. Third Satyagraha by Mr. Gandhi was Ahmedabad cotton mill Satyagraha in the year 1918 to support the demand of the worker for better wages. Hope with this clarification you all are clear with discuss about the Rowlatt Act in the year 1919. It was implemented by British government in India in the year 1919. Emboldened with this success, Gandhiji in 1919 decided to launch a nationwide satyagraha against the proposed Rowlatt Act of 1919. This act had been hurriedly passed through the Imperial Legislative Council despite the united opposition of Indian members. In the previous topic we discussed that Gandhiji organized 3 successful satyagraha. After his tremendous success, Gandhiji decided to organize a new satyagraha against the proposed Rowlatt Act of 1919. Now this Rowlatt Act, it was passed by Imperial Legislative Council despite the united opposition of Indian members. For the Rowlatt Act, Indian members, they were not ready to pass this Rowlatt Act, but Imperial Legislative Council passed this act without the favor of Indian members. It gave the government enormous power to repress political activities and allow detention of political prisoners without trial for 2 years. Now, what was Rowlatt Act? The Rowlatt Act gave British government tremendous power to suppress the political activities. India, as you know, India was under the rule of Britishers, and many Indian people, they fighting against British rule to get the independence of our country. But this Rowlatt Act of 1919 gave enormous power to British government to suppress such revolutionary activity, such freedom struggle in India. Even allowed British government to detain any political prisoner without trial for 2 years. This act, Rowlatt Act, gave British government such a power. They can put any person into prison for 2 years without any trial. So, this was the fear created by the Rowlatt Act in the mind of Indian people, especially in the mind of Satyagrahi people, in the mind of these freedom fighters of India. Mahatma Gandhi wanted non-violent civil disobedience against such unjust laws, which would start with the Hartal on 6 April. As we discussed in Satyagraha, Gandhiji believed in non-violence and truth. So Gandhiji wanted to start a new, actually non-violent movement against the proposed Rowlatt Act of 1919. This movement was started with the Hartal on 6 April. Hartal means strike. All over India observed strike on 6 April 1919 to oppose the Rowlatt Act. But here the most important thing is without using any physical force, means with a weapon of non-violence. On 6 April 1919, Gandhiji declared Hartal, strike all over India to oppose the Rowlatt Act. Rallies were organized in various cities. Workers went on strike in railway workshops and shops closed down. This is a normal condition at a time of strike. Rallies were organized by the people to oppose. Even workers, they went on strike in railway workshops, means they refused to work in railway workshops and shops were closed down. These are the common things at a time of strike. Alarmed by the popular officers and scared that line of communication, such as the railways and telegraph, would be disrupted, British government administration decided to clamp down on nationalism. On the other hand, when people started this strike against Rowlatt Act, workers refused to work, shops were closed down. British ruler, they had fear. My people, they disrupted the railway line. They disrupted the telegraph services. So British government decided to take strict action against such satyagrahis, against such a freedom fighter. Local leaders were picked up from Amritsar and Mahatma Gandhi was barred from entering Delhi. With the fear, British government, they started to arrest the local leader from Amritsar. Amritsar is located in Punjab. So they arrest all the prominent leaders and Mahatma Gandhi was not allowed to enter in Delhi. On the 10th April, the police in Amritsar fired upon a peaceful procession, provoking widespread attack on bank, post office and railway station. On the 10th of April, British police in Amritsar, they fired upon a peaceful procession. One ceremony was going on, so without giving them warning, police fired on this peaceful procession. The people who participated in this peaceful procession, so because of it, the reaction of the people, they attacked on the banks, they attacked on the post offices and railway station. They decided to attack on government offices and buildings. As a result of this Rowlatt Act, Jallianwala Bagh massacre happened. Dear student, as a result of this Rowlatt Act, Jallianwala Bagh tragedy happened. So we will discuss about Jallianwala Bagh tragedy in the next part of this chapter. Thank you very much for your cooperation.